Demo days are always fun. Woo! You're just good at destroying things.
Yeah, I like that.
But today is about demolition with precision.
Moment of truth right here.
Luckily, we know how this house was originally built.
This is poo.
What do you mean? Whoever did the drywall?
Just everything.
It was you, wasn't it?
It was me.
Today, we're taking big risks
Doesn't fit.
and ready to transform our mountain home.
Be careful, my friend.
What's up, guys, and good morning. We are out here ready to get to work. We are chomping at the bit, and today we're gonna be doing something very crazy. I know a lot of people are gonna be very upset about this because we're just tearing apart things that we built 3 years ago. We've explained this in a bunch of different videos, but for those of you guys that don't know, these pillars and beams are actually gonna be where the roof that covers the deck so that we stop snow from sloughing off the house onto the deck. Those are all set up to catch the bottom of the rafters. The top of the rafters are gonna land on a ledger board that's gonna be at the same height as the top of the sunroom roof. Now that height is basically directly in the middle of all 4 of these windows up here on the house. So what we're gonna be doing now is pulling all of those windows out, and we're gonna be shrinking those rough openings down to be a smaller window on top. So there's gonna be 2 kind of rectangular shaped windows, similar to this, but they're gonna be smaller. There's gonna be one up there, and there's gonna be one up there, so we've got to remove all those windows. We've got to build a wall basically in the bottom half of the rough opening, and then we'll be able to mount our ledger board all the way across the front of the building, and that will catch our rafters going out this direction. Once we finish this portion and we have a ledger board up, like probably 1 week, and we'll have all or the majority of this roof probably ready for roofing. But I don't know how long this is gonna take, and there's some other little details that got me a little bit confused right now, but we'll figure it out as we go. We always do, and we're ready to get to work. Today's only like 94.
Oh, is that only?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's 102.
I know a lot of you are sad that we are destroying what we just built, and we're sad too. But honestly, having designed this house ourselves and then lived in it right away, it has kind of been nice to figure out exactly what we did wrong. And one of the big things we did wrong was make these floor to ceiling windows and have them be openable, which is such a huge safety hazard. I cannot believe that that is okay with code. But it makes me nervous with kids and dogs and just people in general. So raising up the height of these windows to a little bit closer to like waist height will make it a lot safer and still let in lots of natural light. But that's just kind of an added benefit. The main reason we have to take these windows out is because right now, if we installed the top line of that new roof below the windows,
From this point to that point.
it would basically be a flat roof. And that would be very dangerous in the winter with tons and tons of heavy snow on it. It has to have a pitch and an angle. And it's only at like a 312 or like a 2.512 right now. It's almost as shallow as we can get away with because we didn't want to change these windows any more than we absolutely had to. So that's the main reason the windows are changing. I'm also extremely out of breath, extremely pregnant, but also very happy to say that we made it past 40 weeks. We made it past 40 weeks. So he can really come whenever he wants.
It's kind of funny, because I feel like we got so many comments of people watching us shovel and snow blow and try to do all the things on the deck, and so many people were like, why don't you build a roof over that deck? it'll be so easy, just build a roof over that deck. And now that we finally caved in and said, fine, I'll do this extremely crazy amount of work, change everything about the front of the house just so I can build this deck. Now everybody's like, why are you guys ripping off the front of the house and redoing all this stuff? And it's like, this is just kind of the things that we have to do in order to make this happen. It hurts me way more than it hurts any of you, I promise.
Sad day.
Who am I to say what you should want and what you should need? Who am I to say for what your heart should believe? No, no. I can only tell you about me, so listen now. The night falls down, a new day breaks. The world goes round in its tracks again. While
All right, I made about 80% of the cut that goes around the first window. I have about this much left. Brandon's getting some suction cups out of the addition that we used to install all the new windows back there. They're gonna throw a couple suction cups on the outside. And between Brandon and Grayson, they're gonna try to manhandle this really heavy window on those ladders when I get this thing fully cut the rest of the way,
That is a little bit sketchy.
for sure.
But
Grayson could probably do it himself, but
that's true.
Brandon will be there to help.
Moment of truth right here.
Because you're holding it like this will be way stronger than you trying to do this. Grayson's gonna do all the lifting anyway. Watch your elbow or your arm right here. Yeah, watch out. This is the last section I have to cut. Get both hands under it, Grayson.
I'm not doing anything here.
Yeah, well, neither of you are holding it because it's still like attached right here. Do you slowly go down the ladder, Grayson? You can rest the window on the ladder. Hang on too loose. Got it?
I think so.
That was like pretty smooth, it seemed.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the easy part though.
Well, it could be the really dangerous part though.
Yeah. We got a good method there.
Good. How was that for you guys?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Good, good. Okay,
I
cool.
was expecting worse.
Yeah. Excellent.
You pull that out at all?
Oh,
Okay. The top's not cut.
what are you doing?
I'm just rubbing it.
Rubbing what?
Lotion.
Lotion.
It's not soap.
It's not soap?
The,
That's good.
the iron.
It's on your mouth.
Hey, I'm taking.
Hands are clean.
Hey.
That's great. Rub it in. You got lotion everywhere.
So we've been doing a lot of things that have been really hard lately, and I am really exhausted from all of that. And something that's actually not very hard at all is getting into credit card debt, or really debt of any kind, but especially credit card debt, medical debt, all those different types of things that can make you feel buried and put you in a really bad financial position. And thankfully, today's video is sponsored by PDS Debt, and they are here to help people that are in financial trouble. PDS Debt is an amazing company that can actually help you save money while trying to pay off your debt. Now, the way that these debt systems are set up, especially credit cards, are that they have you pay like a minimum payment, and you're basically only paying interest on most of these minimum payments. Now, when I was younger, I was actually in a lot of credit card trouble myself, and that's because at a young age, I didn't understand this. I just thought, oh, well, I pay the minimum payment and eventually I'll pay these debts off. That is not the case. Now, everybody with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies. So if you are somebody who's looking for a little bit of relief or some help with some debt that you have, we highly recommend PDS Debt. They're actually doing a free debt analysis for anybody who clicks the link in our description or goes to pdsdebt.com/TrentandAllie. It only takes about 30 seconds to do their debt analysis, so go and check them out. I wanted to say thanks again to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. Now we are gonna get back to the build.
Well, it's never going back now. It is what it is.
No, there is not.
That's cool. Looks great. It's high def.
Yeah.
Never realized how dirty our windows were until we took them out.
So now instead of these two tall, huge windows like this, we're gonna knock out this center support, and then we're gonna bring the bottom of the window up to probably about here. So there's gonna be a big, long, short window here,
Okay.
one on each side.
Okay.
And I think we're just gonna do fixed windows,
Yeah.
no opening mechanisms, no braces or anything in the middle, so.
Once you have kids, you realize like how unnecessary it is to have all these scary possibilities of opening windows high above the ground.
Yeah, and this will probably end up being like a playroom for the kids, so we don't want an ability to get out on the roof.
Yeah, seriously. That's exactly what they would be doing.
Another thing I will note is that if we didn't build this house ourselves, I would have assumed that there would be two separate headers here and that this would be a post that was supporting these two headers. Since we built this place, I know that this is one continuous header on both rough openings. They basically spec'd this to be one giant opening. There just happens to be two windows going in it, so we didn't have enormous, huge, heavy, expensive windows. And these posts right here were literally just installed for the windows to mount to. This is not like a structural member. So we can knock out those center posts without any concern. Now we just got to get all the drywall out of here, get all the thermal buck out of there, knock this post out, and then we can frame ourselves a nice little
Cool.
half wall thingy.
Cute. Love it.
Hopefully it doesn't have to be more than 4 feet tall or can be short on sheathing. Really nice, but oh yeah, that doesn't even work then.
This guy in his Milwaukee.
It's not just me, it's everybody else that
Yeah.
likes good tools
just
too.
Woo! Getting your cowboy on?
This is poo.
What do you mean? Whoever did the drywall?
Just everything.
It was you, wasn't it?
It was me. We like extra framed out all these rough openings with half
Zip.
inch sheathing,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. I think we can just mount to that.
Okay.
We just still have to remove all the thermal buck. I mean, Grayson has to remove all the thermal buck from the outside. He just does such a good job.
You do!
Buried the screw head into my finger. Blub, 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 blub. If you get queasy, don't watch this part of the video.
Don't be
Hurry.
dripping. Stop your, here, come rinse your finger. You got blood everywhere now.
Dang it, that hurt.
Really? Was it rusty?
No,
When was your last tetanus shot?
17 years ago.
No, actually, it was when we started dating, because I remember asking when you went to the dentist and when you went to the doctor, and he was like, what? I don't know.
Blood in your soap tray.
That's fine.
Yow, it's hot. All right, this may not be the normal way most people would do this, but it's the way I'm gonna do it. I bought this chainsaw for cutting the timbers and doing some little, you know, easy stuff, but I'm gonna be using this thing a lot because I like it. It's really easy to control, makes really nice cuts. And I'm gonna cut this post in half with this, and then when I can get maneuverable chunks out, I'll knock the bottom section out and then probably cut the top with a Sawzall or something. So I would cut the top with this, but I don't want to try and go through nails because it will ruin it.
And maybe you need some gloves?
No.
Be careful, my friend. Wow, like butter.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh.
I want to just Jackie Chan it out of there, but I'll break a window for sure.
Yeah, be careful.
See how weak that was?
Wow.
Literally just tugged on it, came right out.
What'd you hit?
Nothing.
Tell me now, tell me something, 'cause I don't know how this gonna end.
Oh, I don't want to fall out.
Oh, there's wires in here or no? There are wires, yeah.
I don't want to get hurt.
Tell me now, tell me something, 'cause I don't
look
know
at
how
that.
this gonna end. Oh no.
They're not too bad. You probably think I'd done that before. I haven't.
You're just good at destroying things.
I actually, yeah, I like that. I don't mind destroying stuff.
Tell me now, can we find love? Can we go back to where we were? All I want is to love you. Start over.
You bleeding again?
Yeah, the tack strip poked me. Ouch.
Tell me now, tell me now.
I brought an extra one up just because I knew that might happen. so
Oh, thanks.
if you need it, it's here.
It's your level of faith in me.
Yeah.
Bring 2 Band-Aids.
That's just how much I don't want to keep walking up and down the stairs.
What are you building, Leo?
But I go wide.
A garage.
Thing.
Wow, are you gonna park a car in there?
Thing.
Okay, looks good. Park your hammer in there. Uh-oh. Oh! Pretty cool.
Seem like a good window height.
Yeah, I don't know if
Doesn't
the
even seem
camera
that small up here.
picks it up, but it's right here. Looks fine.
It's like just above your waist.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like some weird little submarine window.
No, I think that'll be good. So you ended up taking out some of that zip.
Yeah, some of the zip that was on the inside of the rough opening to kind of build it out so that it was at the right height or the right depth for us to wrap it with drywall, ended up sticking out past the like thermal buck, so it would have been sticking out past the sheathing. So we had to take it off so that we could make a nice smooth transition on the outside when we put up our new piece of wall sheathing.
Okay, but it came off pretty easily,
Yeah, it
considering.
wasn't too bad.
Grayson's still chipping his life away at Thermal Buck,
Yes.
but
As soon as we get the exterior section of thermal buck all the way down around there, we'll be able to put our wall sheathing up.
okay.
I've got a top and a bottom plate. Brandon's got my studs cut right there. Once he hands those up,
Wow.
we'll be able to frame this wall, and then we'll cut our wall sheathing and slap it up, put some plastic over the hole, and
Pretty cool.
be that much closer.
Wow, that's amazing. And you're a very experienced framer, so at least this part should go pretty fast. Nothing like
Yeah.
picking up posts and beams and
Yeah, this is
knife plates.
much easier.
Yeah. Cool. Grayson, you're kind of in the shade. Sort of. Is your back super hot?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a record-breaking. Actually, I don't even know. This is just a super hot week in the Salt Lake area, and I think today is the coolest day at like 94 degrees, and every day is supposed to be in the triple digits from here on out. So this roof is coming at the perfect time.
That was fast.
Well, just gotta put on this here top plate. As long as it fits, we'll be in business.
Cool.
Doesn't fit.
Perfectly.
Look at that. Who cut that?
A little too good.
Very nice. You want to check level?
Not yet. We'll get her nailed before we do that.
Oh, make it harder to change once it's not level.
Exactly.
Okay.
Too shabby.
That looks great. That looks so much safer already.
Yeah.
Oh my
Definitely
gosh.
is. And just like that, nice, stable, secure wall. Almost ready for sheathing
That's pretty cool.
and insulation and drywall.
So where will the ledger board be? In the middle of this?
Probably like right here.
Yeah, right about here.
Cool. That is perfect. Yeah, we don't want this window to open because you know kids would just be sliding down the roof.
Yeah. They will die. We got out here and slid off. That is a big drop.
Yeah.
It's like 14, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Or it would probably be you in the winter in the
Well,
snow.
in the winter, it's a different story.
Yeah, exactly. And we gotta actually keep this fixed because of you.
We'll see how much an opening window costs.
Changes the room so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Left-handed?
Left-hander.
It looks so good. I love it.
How amazing. I feel like one of those horses where you just closed the bottom gate but didn't close the top gate so they could like stick their heads out and say hello. Mr. Ed style. Most people that watch our channel probably know who Mr. Ed is. Grayson probably has no idea.
No idea.
You don't know?
Not a clue.
It's a really old TV show, probably from when I was a baby or before, probably way before I was born. And they had a horse, and they used to put a bunch of peanut butter in the horse's mouth so it would go. And then there would be a guy like backstage being the horse's voice, and the peanut butter would make him open his mouth like, hey! It's really funny. Probably animal abuse. I don't know. They're like, it's peanut butter. It's not bad, but I don't know. Anyway, if you guys remember Mr. Ed, let us know in the comments. I'd love to know how many of you guys watched it and liked it.
Just like your horse impression.
Hey! That's how the guy talked.
Careful, Frank. A lot happening out here.
I probably should have done a better job of explaining this before we took the windows out, but if you remember from 5 minutes ago or from over there, you can see there's two separate windows. The lower window opens, the upper window is fixed. And when I ordered those windows, they asked me, do you want the big window that opens on top and the small one on the bottom, or do you want the small one on the top and the big one on the bottom? And in my head, I was like, yeah, I want the window to open, and I want like this little dinky window to be like way up at the top. Like that was what in my mind was gonna happen. I just didn't realize that those windows were only like 6 feet tall, 6.5 feet tall.
Well, it's not that they were only 6 feet tall, it's that they went all the way to the floor.
Well, they went all the way to the floor, but then that opening portion of the window stopped like right at my mouth.
Yeah, it's true.
And so like the section of window that was fixed was up here, which makes it so almost no matter what distance from the window I am, there's this giant black bar that like completely blocks the view.
Yeah.
Unless I go like this or I go like this and like look over the top of it. So now I'm actually getting the unobstructed, beautiful view that we like always wanted. And we're gonna have a big fixed window here with nothing to block your view. It's just, it feels amazing.
Yeah, it feels like an upgrade, even though it's a smaller sized hole.
No, it's an upgrade.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Big time upgrade. Might have to upgrade it to an opening window so that I can get out there.
I shouldn't have even said that.
It's true.
So until we get windows, we're just gonna put up some plastic to seal this up as best we can. But it's the summertime, so it's not a huge deal.
Yep. It's a perfect storm.
Perfect time to do this.
And we're just gonna have plastic windows like hurricane victims for I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's gonna take to have these windows made. We've ordered all of our windows from Alpen for the entire house, the addition, the garage, everything. Normally they're really backed up, and so I figure if we order them right now, we would probably get our windows in November, which is not going to work. So hopefully they can speed things up for us. We can get these 2 windows out here quickly with some thermal buck, throw them in, get them all zip taped up and everything. By then the roof will be done for sure, and we'll be working on exterior insulation and siding.
How hard will it be to install these windows once there's a roof here? You can't get a ladder up
Oh, it'll be
against
way
this.
easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, you'll carry the window in the house,
Okay.
put it out, and then we'll just make Grayson be out there like a gecko on the roof with his fingers and his toes gripping the metal.
All right. Sounds like a great plan. Just like that. Got plastic up, in place, secure. It's not insulated or permanent, obviously, but it'll keep some of the bugs out until we get the windows installed. And everything in here is like pretty much wrapped up. I'm gonna do a little bit of a light vacuum. But that was super smooth. I'm very surprised and very excited about how well that went. We're gonna repeat the same process on the other upper windows tomorrow, but I think for today, this is really good progress.
Look at this place. It literally has transformed our bedroom so much. It feels like there's so much more light coming in, and that like the window is huge and you can see out of it, and it's amazing. Before, it probably felt really amazing for the dogs because they had windows at their height that were unobstructed and really cool. But this big giant window, I think, is gonna be really, really cool. The only casualty we had today really was my finger, and it's barely stopped bleeding, but as soon as I start walking or using my hand, it starts bleeding again. So I'm dealing with that a little bit at a time, and yeah, I'm just really, really happy with the way things went.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is as far as we got today. In the next video, we'll be taking out the other 2 windows, and then in a couple days after that,
We're gonna have a baby.
we might have a baby.
Yeah.
And if we don't have a baby, then we'll be getting some roof going up. So one of the 2, either are gonna be very exciting. So I think this is where we're gonna let you guys go. If you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.